Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, wanted to show you guys a little project that we're working on here. These posts, we replaced these old 4x4 posts, painted with like a red color, just hideous, did not go well with everything. So we got some 6x6 cedar posts, and I've got most of them in, but wanted to show you how I did it. It's pretty cool. I've never done it before. Just did some YouTube learning and figured it out. We're going to be putting cedar planks along here as well. That's to come. But wanted to show you this tool. It is a post jack. Purchased at Home Depot for 60 bucks, and you basically set it up within about a foot of the post you want to remove, which I will show you here. And it puts a lot of pressure right there to kind of relieve that pressure off the old post, and then you can just whack the post out with a hammer or your foot. But I'll show you setup right now. Let me get this camera into position. So the post jack comes in two pieces, this here, and they're connected by bolts. And then at the top comes with this thing that you can adjust the size, the length of, by turning. It goes in there. So there's a little plate on the ground just like this. Put it on the plate. Like so. You want this to be as level as possible. Put your little plate on, flat side up, and then you start turning that bolt to start pushing it up. Now it's creating a lot of pressure on this post here. So you keep turning it with your hand as much as you can. So that's pretty snug. It's basically like a tension rod. You can see that. It's as snug as I can get with my hand. And then I'll take a wrench, tighten that bad boy up even more, and it's going to create a ton of pressure upwards, enough to kind of like shake this loose, which is the goal here. And then I'll keep this in place until I get my new post in. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Ooh. You can hear it too as you tighten it. Everything, like the caulk, come loose from the board. Two boards. So I keep tightening. Oh, you can hear it cracking. Let's see if we've got that loose enough to kick the board out. This thing's not going to come off. Alright, we'll just keep it there then. Where's my mallet, Mr. Persuader? Yeah, that's loose. I'll be right back for my mallet. Mr. Persuader. So you can kind of see that that's loose now, but it's coming loose up there. The whole reason you do this is because this post is actually supporting a lot of weight, and without it, you risk something falling apart. There we go. So now all the weight's on my post jack, and I'm gonna go cut my 6x6 cedar post to replace that bad boy with. But this tool's pretty cool. I've never used it before. Saw a guy using it on YouTube. Went down to Home Depot. Sure enough, they had one for 60 bucks. And it's been a game changer. I don't know how else I would do this without it. A couple 2x4s, try and stick it under there, but it's not the brightest and safest idea. So I'll be back to show you when I put the post in. All right. Before we cut, we gotta measure. So I've got the marks where the old posts were on the ground here, and obviously this is where it was up here. There's no paint there. So they've all been around 92, 93 inches, just under 8 feet. This is 92 and 7/8. Yeah. Let's get a few different angles here. I always like to go on the high side, because if you cut too short, you pretty much just screwed yourself up out of $100, because that's how much these posts cost. So 92 and 7/8. Keep in mind, when I jacked this up, it raised maybe a 1/16 of an inch. So if I cut this board exact to what it's saying here, when I take this post jack off, it should come down a little bit and just set right on the post, which is the goal. But I always like to measure 3 or 4 times just to be sure. Yeah, 92 and 7/8. I mean, that's... I'm even going to go 92 and 15/16 because I don't want to risk it. 92 and 15. I'll be safe at 92 and 15/16. And if I need to raise it a little more, I can tighten this, which will jack it up a little more. So we're going to do that. I'm going to go cut. I'll be right back. Alrighty. It's time to measure. 92 and 15/16. Here we come. 92, 15/16. Take your square here. Then we're just gonna rotate Mr. Board. These bad boys are heavy, man. Quadruple check the measurement. It's perfect. So this particular board, we bought a stain. That was not what we were going for. We were going for a dark brown, and it turned out to be a dark brown with red tint, which we do not like. So after putting the post up, we decided just to leave the post with the natural color. Oops. 92, yeah. With the natural color, and just seal it. So I power washed this bad boy this morning to try and get as much of that stain off as I could. Alright, one last check. want to line this bad boy up as good as you can. Always wear your safety glasses, of course. This guy's hard to move back and forth. All right, we got her lined up. Since it's such a big log, we got to make multiple cuts. Cut all the way through. This can be done other ways, but with the equipment I have, this is the best way to do it. There we go. One more cut will do it. This should be good. We'll carry it back over. Alright, I got my post over. Gonna get into position. Hopefully it's not too long where we could raise it if we need to. Let's find out. And hopefully it's not too short. That would be even worse. Okay. This is how it's going to go, like so. So you can see it's straight up and down. It's a little tall, but we're going to bring it in at an angle here. Snug it up as good as we can. Take old Mr. Persuader. Give it a few pelts. This is what you want to do. Keep that pressure on the beam. Never want it too short. And there's no pressure on the beam. That's the whole point of the beam. Along with it look nice, but I want to raise this up just a hair if we can. So I'm going to tighten this. Obviously, haven't been hitting the gym like I used to. So let's take it at another angle here. Excuse the old man grunts. Let's see if that helps raise it up a little bit. Where's my old beam? My old beam sat right there, right there. Looking good. This has been one of the tighter ones. You can always go back and recut, but I'm trying to stay away from that. What's going on here? Piece of my beam. Don't like that. I'm gonna see if I can raise it up a hair more. Come on, old sport. Work with me. Should do it. don't want this falling on my noggin, so I'm going to take this off. Get a little smarter with age. Not a lot, but enough to know too many hits to the head. It's not a good thing. We're almost there. We're there. Let's take the level and give a measure. Where's my level? There it is. Give it a look here. I think we're gonna need to go. Bottom needs to come out just a hair. Let's check that. Much better. Okay. Let's see, we need to go that way. I think we're golden, ladies and gentlemen. And you just want to make sure it's straight. And that is how you take out an old post, old crappy 4x4, painted ugly color, and put a nice natural cedar beam in. I'm going to put a little protectant coat on it, not a stain or anything. Like I said, we already tried the stain game and it's not the color we wanted, so we're going to keep the natural look. And I think I mentioned each post, it's about $100, 6x6, 8-foot post. So you're looking at $800 here to totally change the look of the front porch. Obviously there's some more. You need tools and stuff, some screws. I had most of the tools I needed except for that post jack. And then we're gonna do cedar planks, 6-inch plank all the way down. It's gonna look and smell fantastic. So the last thing now I gotta do is I'm gonna do a couple screws on each post at the top. Just screw it into that white post there. And then I'm thinking about doing these little brackets on the bottom of each one. I'm not sure if that's the route I'm gonna go yet, but we might spray paint those black or something. Still need to figure out what I'm gonna do at the bottom. I mean, they're secure. This bad boy's not going anywhere, but the more tied down it is, the better. But yeah, that's my post job. I did about 3/4 of the work yesterday. Definitely could be done in one day. I got a late start yesterday, so I just needed to finish up 2 posts, but now I just have the final touches and this project will be done. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think. Just realized I forgot to show you guys taking this post down. This post jack. Nothing too exciting about it, but you might be able to hear the creaks of the post here coming down a little bit on here. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. This thing is awesome. If you ever need to borrow it, let me know. It's just going to be sitting in the garage. Now there it is. Got about 1 million splinters.